Hi, everybody, and welcome to our pilot episode of our podcast, The Elephant in the Boardroom. This is season 1, episode 1. And what we're going to talk about are things that often don't get talked about in the corporate world and are oftentimes very contrarian views on the subject. So today, Jeremy, I thought we would start by talking about our very favorite quote of all time that we use in every presentation and probably reference daily.
I agree. It's a fantastic choice. And why don't you tell everyone what it is?
I will tell everyone. So Lou Platt said it. He was the CEO of Hewlett Packard many years ago. And he famously said, if only HP knew what HP knows, we'd be 3 times more productive.
And it kind of sums up why I left McKinsey low those many, many years ago. Because the idea that a company brings in a bunch of experts to supposedly tell them how to run their business, great fun for us, didn't move the earnings of any company. Whereas following the thought behind Lou Platt's quote, very, very powerful and rewarding.
Yeah, for sure. And it totally resonates with people when we say it. We always get, whether it's a cocktail party or talking to a CEO, we get, oh, that makes so much sense. But there are 2 schools of camp. There's 2 schools of camp. There's 2 camps on this topic. One is that the exec team thinks they are doing a ton to do it already. They've got projects out the wazoo. They have suggestion boxes. They have budgets. They have whatever, and they think they are tapping into the knowledge, but they really aren't. And then there's the other camp,
which are people who don't think there is something more to do. They would like to do something more. They believe people know things that aren't being used, but they just don't believe there's a way to do it while doing all of the many other things that are going on in their company. And both camps are kind of wrong.
Yeah. And there's a lot of things that you have to do to really tap into the knowledge. This is not a simple thing. There are a lot of pieces and parts that have to be in place. But here is one that we think is super important to start with that y'all can do today. And that is, instead of asking people for ideas, etc., ask them what problems they face every day doing their job. So not how you doing in the hallway, not what ideas do you think could cut some costs, because that's kind of what people think of when they think of ideas. It's just how to be more, do more with less. It's what problems do you face, because once you know the problems, you will have a lot of information about how to improve your company.
It's true. And in some companies, though, it's a little hard for someone to be willing to share problems. They think they'll get in trouble or something. And it reminds me of a story when I was a young consultant at McKinsey. One of the senior people said, remember, don't say to clients that they have problems, because no one wants to hear that they have problems. They take it as insulting. Tell them they have opportunities. So there I am talking to some client. I'm telling him he has a big opportunity. I mean, a huge opportunity. I mean, a tremendous opportunity. And finally, he cuts me off and he says, so tell me, is this an insurmountable opportunity? And after that, I just told him he had problems, and he appreciated the straightforward honesty.
And listeners, that's approximately my 5,000th hearing of that story. So welcome.
It gets
to
better
the club.
with time, doesn't it?
Okay,
and
Rick Adams, back to work.
Rick Adams, if you're hearing this podcast, I hope you remember it as well, because you're the guy that said that to me.
Oh, nice. Okay, more fun later. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.